Morning, y'all. She froze pretty good last night. I don't know what the temperature was, but it's 9 o'clock and there's still frost on the windshield of the car. I gotta get this son of a bitch winterized, so that'll happen at some point or another today. But CP, look, frost is still on the grass. So that's her. Grass is done growing, I'd say now. CP is going to be needing little blue with the dirt bucket on them. So I'll get that switched out. And I want to use little blue on the harrows for about an hour, hour and a half on those manure strips. So I'm thinking I'm going to go do that right away. And then little blue will be available to her for the rest of the day. So she is in heavy duty cleaning mode in here. She's got stuff scattered all over the place, and she wants to get a bunch of the shit out of here. Stuff that we've been storing for years is gonna be gonzo. Anywho, let's fire tractor up and get in the field, because it's just a matter of time before there's snow on the ground and we won't be able to do anything. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, we're out here and you can see how it's ripping those piles up, those rows, spreading it out. So we're gonna hit these rows here a couple, 2-3 times, and then when we disc, it'll go a lot better for us. I know you might not be able to see it as good as I can, but that's just the way she blows. At least to take the ridge off a little bit, it's definitely pulling it. You can see that pile right there. It pulled it how far, right? So whereas the disc, it won't necessarily pull it around. It'll just roll it over and incorporate it into the ground. Where the harrow will gather it up a little bit and pull it apart and dribble it out. Alrighty, I'm going to keep working at her. I'll let you guys go and we'll bring y'all back a little bit later. Alrighty guys, well, we went over 3 times. And she ripped it up pretty good. We're not bouncing over the spots anymore. Not like we were anyways. So now when I disc, that'll incorporate all of this manure into the ground a lot better, and it'll make it more utilizable for next year, for when we seed this ground down to, it's either going to be barley or it'll be wheat, one or the other. So now it's just a matter of getting the disc out and going with that. Now I did have one guy comment that he had some calves that went around and they would lick up all the fertilizer on the ground. But his calves were newborns, and newborn babies will do that. I don't know if these guys will do that, because they've got a few months on them. They're more interested in the grass than the dirt. But we'll see what happens, I guess. In his case, the calves, he had 4 or 5 of them that were licking up the fertilizer, and he ended up losing 2 of them, and the other 2 or 3 they came out of it, but they were quite sickly for a couple of days. Now, as far as my harrows go, I'm going to leave them out in the pasture for the winter, because I don't think I'm going to need them again this year, instead of trying to park them in the yard. So I'm going to let you guys go. I got to fold these suckers up so I can get through the gateway right in front of us, and we'll bring you all back in a little bit. Alrighty, guys. There's the disc. We're not disking right now. We're heading out to the field. The oat field, the one that we spread the manure in and then harrowed it and so on and so forth. I'm gonna leave this one alone for a little while. We'll let the cows graze this for a week or so yet before I disc this one down. We'll keep an eye on the weather. And if we're going to start seeing some really nasty cold temperatures, which they are not predicting at this point, then obviously if it's going to freeze really hard and the ground's going to get hard, then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to disc it up right away. But at this point they're not. So we did get some relatively heavy frost here last night, but not that it's freezing the ground, it's just freezing the vegetation. I'm going to let the cows graze on this green vegetation that's out here and the straw that's out here. But the barley and a little bit of this, what's supposed to be a new hay field, not all of it, but the north half end of it, the hay didn't grow worth shit. It's not there, and I'm considering disking the north half up. And then all of the barley, we'll get it disked down. Then when that's done, we'll go back to our organic ground and we'll do some disking on it, the second pass. And then when that's done, we'll come back to this on the oats and get it done. That's my plan at this point. So let's get over there and see what happens. Alrighty, guys, well, I'm on my second round here. And right here where we're sitting, this is actually what's supposed to be the new hay field. And we got this water run that comes through this hay field. And for whatever reason, on the north side of this water run, the hay did not grow worth shit. It was practically, practically solid friggin' Canada thistle. And I just was not happy with the way it looked. Canada thistle, wild buckwheat, and then some volunteer grasses. The odd tuft of alfalfa, the odd tuft of clover. So you can see this is the water run and everything that goes over to the stubble field. So roughly, I don't know, 7 acres. It just didn't grow worth a damn. So we're gonna disc it up also, and it's gonna get reseeded and incorporated into that come springtime. So yeah, I'll probably have to hit this 2 times, but so be it, right? But I'll tell you one thing for sure, that 3/4 of an inch of rain we had over the span of a week, like a couple tenths every day, sure made a hell of a difference. And there's a little bit of moisture in the top half of the ground here, which makes it nicer for working the ground. And there's rocks out here. Part of the reason why I want to have this 20-acre hay patch through the middle where this water run is because of the rocks. There's some nasty bastards out here. So my plan here is to do 3 rounds, and then we're going to hit it at an angle. We'll start going diagonal on it, and then after that I'll probably come back out and we'll hit it a second time, straight north and south. Anyways, this is just the way she is. If you try and do something and it doesn't work out, you go to plan B and try again, right? Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna keep disking here. We'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, obviously we're still going out here. Decided to change it up a little bit, and now we're plowing down. I plowed down the whole water run. I wasn't going to, but I decided, yeah, let's just plow down the whole water run. She's lumpy as fuck through here now. Anyways, and I did a straight line across the field from one end of the water run to the other end, because it ducks way out to the north of this little field of ours and then cuts back to the south. So I just said, fuck it, we're going straight across from one end to the other. So now we're actually working up almost 3/4 of what's supposed to be this new hay ground, and it's working up really nice, guys. Like, where it's supposed to be hay over here where it's weedy now, we have like next to no lumps. No different than our stubble field, which was clover last year, and it never did get worked, and then we just seeded direct into it. But it's working up, I think, really nice. So yeah, get it turned around here without taking the fence out. Drop her down and keep on chugging, right? But the really bad spot is right in the water run. You can see where that black line is, diagonal, the direction I'm going. And right there, it's lumpy as hell through the water run, and it's rough through there. The rest of the field is pretty good. Now with the disc here, it does tend to leave a bit of a deeper cut on the outside edge on either side. So when I go to do my second pass, it'll be a little bit bouncy, but I'm gonna go straight north and south, because that's the way we would be seeding and cutting in years to come. So that's the long way. Anywho, that's what we're doing. I'll get you up to over here and I'll kind of show you our line that we cut straight across the field. Like, realistically, this half of the field the alfalfa was growing not too bad, and lots of it will come back next year. We're not cutting that deep, that hard. So, and then we'll be adding to it a little bit. We'll kill some of it, but then some of it'll come back. And so, right from those trees way over there, straight across to like that, that's our old fence line area. So, yeah, we'll see what this is going to do, and we'll reseed all of this to an alfalfa grass mix. We get all of our seed from Jed Williams up at Imperial, Saskatchewan, and see how she goes. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. We're going to keep on going here. We're working diagonal southeast to northwest. We'll work this corner down, and then we'll start on the other half, the big part of the field. Talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, we're about half done right now on this 60-acre plot. Got a lot to go, but seems to be working up really nice still. And yeah, being that I'm putting it into hay next year, we're definitely gonna hit this sucker a second time, going straight north and south, just to get rid of those ridges that we would be bouncing across, because you don't need that stuff. Not with a hay bine and a baler. So if it was big combine, them big tires on the combines and stuff like that, it's not so bad. But with the hay bines and the balers, you don't need them bouncing. And by hitting it a second time, I'll incorporate the straw stubble. That becomes like, you work that into the ground nice, and then it becomes like an organic matter for the soil, which helps the soil absorb moisture and retain moisture, so it doesn't run off so much. Might have to hit these water runs, like right through here, a little bit harder. Twitchgrass is coming in pretty strong and it's lumpy, so we may have to hit those a little bit more. But on average, basically one pass going north and south, this one at an angle, and then a second one north and south, and that'll have her. She'll be ready to rock and roll. Anywho, I'm gonna keep going here. If we don't see you a little bit later on today, then we'll pick you up tomorrow. It'll be a late start in the field tomorrow because both CP and myself have doctor's appointments. So yeah, fun, right? That time of the year where we're doing a lot of doctoring. It seems like every goddamn fall we end up having to see 15 different doctors. So, but just the way she goes, right? Bear with me here while I get turned around. Oh, you can see those, kind of sort of see those ridges that I'm talking about. See there? Right there. That's one of them right there. So, yeah, that's the stuff that I'm trying to get rid of on my second pass. But yeah, tomorrow is doctor appointments in the morning for both CP and myself. She's got to go see her foot specialist. She's had foot issues for years and years and years. And me, if you guys remember back a while, I had a buggered up knee. Well, the specialist wants to take a look at my knee. So that's where I'm heading tomorrow. Anywho, I'll let y'all go. And give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the videos. Fun, fun, fun. Let's try and get something done. Catch you later.